Welcome to a special edition of One Messy Kitchen. Today is One Messy Kitchen, the adult version. As you can see here, we have a bottle of alcohol and we have some not so healthy ingredients that we don't normally feature. And we have a special guest chef. It is One Messy Dad.
Hello and welcome to One Messy Kitchen, the special adult version. Today we are using some ingredients that we don't normally use. For instance, a cake mix, which contains a few things that we would normally avoid here on One Messy Kitchen, like enriched bleached flour, sugar, partially hydrogenated soybean and cottonseed oils, etc., etc. And of course rum, which is not something you normally find on One Messy Kitchen. We're making ourselves a little bit of a treat every once in a while. It's okay to get out of your totally healthy lifestyle and just treat yourself to something nice.
What are you making?
Oh, I forgot to mention, we're making a rum cake, of course. Now for this rum cake, you might need to do this on a day that you're going to be home for a while, because it does take an hour to bake, and it is kind of a multi-step process. First thing you're going to do is make the batter, then you're going to bake the cake. That takes an hour in the oven, and then when it comes out it has to cool for a while, and once it cools you're going to make a glaze. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grease and flour my bundt pan. So I'm just pouring some vegetable oil in the pan, and then I'll use a paper towel to spread that oil all over the pan. So now I'm going to take some whole wheat flour and just kind of pat it around so that you get a nice light layer of flour sticking to the vegetable oil.
Now, do we preheat the oven?
As a matter of fact, we do, to 325 degrees. And we're going to mix together some ingredients. We'll start off with 4 eggs. And our next ingredient will be a half a cup of vegetable oil. We need a half a cup of cold water. After that, we've got our half a cup of rum. I like to use Captain Morgan because it's a spiced rum. Adds a little bit more flavor to the cake. You can use your favorite rum if you'd like, although I do highly recommend the darker rum for extra added flavor. The rum that goes into the batter will actually, the alcohol will bake out when it's baked, but later we're going to put a glaze on the cake that could seriously get you drunk, so you probably don't want the kids to be eating this rum cake. I like to mix all of my liquid ingredients up really well before I add my dry ingredients. Once that's done, I take the standard yellow cake mix and I'm going to pour that in.
Notice we're not following the recipe on the back of the cake mix box.
That is correct. It's already starting to smell very nice. Okay, we have one more dry ingredient to add, the all-important instant vanilla pudding. So after we have it all nicely mixed up, the batter that is, we're going to put it in the bundt pan. And I just use a regular old spatula. Clean the bowl up. Alright, and then we put the batter in the oven for an hour. Okay, it looks like our rum cake is finished. And we're going to let it sit here on the cooling rack for about 10 minutes, and then we'll flip it over onto a cake pan and let it cool some more. And I'm going to flip it. So what I'll do is I'll take the cake plate, pan, whatever you want to call it, and I'll just stick it on top of this, grab the edges of the bundt pan, and flip it like so. And with any luck, this should come right off. Voila!